everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for November the 8th, 2019, 3 p.m. Eastern. You know, a lot of the times, we have desires, and our desires take us in certain directions. And it's interesting how they work. You know, we always have these. We always have desires. And we do. The interesting thing is that how do we master our desires? How do we do that? And when we feel we are powerless, our ego most wants to change the things in our world. And Greg Braden said that, and he's right. And the burning energy of desire is essential to life, and without it, we would have no forward movement. There would be an urge to take action or create anything. And we'd all be sitting in the dark, just being very still and barely breathing. And we wouldn't want to eat, dance, sing, or be fully self-expressed. And the vital essence of desire is what keeps us alive. It's the magical fuel that propels our lives into tomorrow, allowing us to create and recreate ourselves in a multitude of outrageous ways. And we're all born into this world. We come to a certain understanding, and we come in with desires. And we come out of the womb seeking a warm, soft, cozy place to snuggle. A breast full of milk, and a safe place to learn, grow, and be nurtured. And at our deepest core, we all yearn to be touched, held, and loved. And if these needs are not attended to throughout our childhood, they end up fueling a plethora of adult addictions later in life. We smoke, we overeat, we seek sex in a desperate attempt to return to that sweet, cozy, warm breast. Having these core needs met at a young age are essential components to an enlightened maturity in having a healthy and happy and fulfilled adult existence. And the major challenge here is that most of us did not, unfortunately, get our natal needs met as children. We grew up physically, but not emotionally, as these basic core needs were continuously denied. They also morphed into a variety of very specific and sometimes complex adult desires. We may become hooked on watching our favorite TV show, or obsessed with making money on the stock market, or buying another pair of overly priced shoes at the mall. And all these efforts to feel good inside only mask, numb, and distract ourselves from truly going to the core and getting our natal needs finally met. Now, when it comes down to becoming the masters of our lives, one of the essential secrets is learning how to master our desires. Now, if we can master our desires, we will take back the steering wheel on our life and be able to pull our vehicle over at any time. Now, otherwise, we will most likely spend the remainder of our existence driving along, following the traffic, tailgating our lives from one desire to the next. And most people feel stuck or powerless in their lives because they cannot put on the brakes, or stop the car, or pull over at the rest stop. This is because they are slaves to their desires. The moment they wake up, the moment, all of us, in the morning, we start moving from one desire to the next, not even knowing that we have a choice, that we spend our entire existence trying to fulfill the continuously extending list of our adult desires, never feeling truly nurtured inside, and blindly following the traffic into the gridlock. Each desire brings misery. There is no fulfillment through desire. You never reach anywhere, and contentment is impossible. Seeing this truth, that running after desires takes you nowhere, you stop. Osho. Now, the good news is that there is nothing wrong with this whole scenario. Every one of us has to go through the experience of being a slave to desire in order to master it. The slavery is simply our initiation into the desire mastery process, and without it, we would have no desire to be free. It's important that we first understand the mechanics of our desires before we can master them, or it. The first thing is that our minds are addicted to desire, and in this pattern, it cannot ever reach total satisfaction. You ever feel that? I think we've all experienced it. Even though we may get all the adult desires on our lists accomplished, the new we end up having, the first thing is that our mind is addicted to desire. And in this pattern, it cannot ever reach total satisfaction. Even though you may get all the adult desires on your list accomplished, a new wish or want will be formed in the very near future. As long as your core need is not being met, the mind will continue to find something to fill the emptiness and chase after. This is the nature of our minds. And again, to emphasize that there is nothing wrong with the long list of adult desires we have. It is our destiny to go through this experience living inside this constant pole of wanting things that we think will fulfill us and bring us real joy. The gripping energy of desire is what pulls at our egos, like taffy, causing you, us, all of us, to spiritually stretch ourselves and evolve as a soul. Eventually, we realize that nothing can fulfill us, and we have to move deeper inside of ourselves, meeting our deepest need and truth at our center. And ironically, we desire for our freedom becomes the missing fuel for a spiritual awakening. And the fiery desire for our freedom is that force which will eventually burn through the ego and liberate us from the receptive cycle of daily suffering. And when the desire for freedom is greater than everything on our adult desire list, then the real changes will happen. And this raw, real energy is so intensely powerful and unstoppable. You can directly face and meet every wound, challenge, and insecurity inside us all, and roar at it without resistance or fear. It is the light from our burning fire of desire that gives us the insight we need to bring clarity into our confusion. We are able to see the beauty and creativity in our inner world and love ourselves exactly as we are. And when this fire gets hot, it becomes so free that it can liberate us from any pattern of fear, depression, apathy, insecurity. It makes this planet one of the most exciting and fascinating places to live. For the rational, healthy person, the desire for pleasure is the desire to celebrate their control over reality. For the neurotic, The desire for pleasure is the desire to escape from reality. Nathaniel Brandon. And the nature of desire, and perhaps one of the most enlightening aspects to ever be discovered about it, is that sooner or later, it will always happen that the one thing we're running from in life later becomes the one thing we run towards, and vice versa. It is just a matter of time before the pendulum swings the other direction. And for example, in our teens, we may have desired to have more space and less intimate interactions with our family. And through the years, as we get this desire met and matured along with it, hopefully, one day the pendulum swings back and we realize all that we wanted was to spend more time with those people who really knew us during our childhood. The swinging pendulum of desire is always in motion. It may take a day, it may take a month, a year, or many lifetimes to complete its swing. Yet, it always swings. And this is a very essential secret to know and understand. If we want to master our lives, the nature of desire is an eternal swing. And this pendulum will never ever stop swinging on its own, as long as we are unaware that it's swinging. And once we are aware that the thing we're running away from will one day become the thing we're running towards, then we will have a chance at not being so emotionally attached to the list of desires we have now. You check it out for yourself and see one day it will happen. In the very far or near future, we all will be running towards that which we were running away from, or running away from that which we are running towards. It can easily happen that in the morning we are deeply in love with our wife or husband, and by the afternoon we cannot wait to get away from them. If the emotional body gets over re-identified with the pendulum swing, we can feel totally lost in life. We don't know what we really want because we want two opposite things. With a tiny spark of awareness around us, this pendulum swing, we can transcend the entire process that arises and let whatever is most needed to manifest. The mind may still be a slave to desire, always following one thought after the other. Yet you can sit back and watch without getting hooked into it. You can be free from incessant addiction to wanting, searching, seeking, and reaching for a higher peak, and a higher peak to climb. Once we bring full awareness into the mind, everything changes. We can see the bigger picture as the clouds clear away and understand why we are chasing after that dried up morsel of moldy cheese for years. And with awareness, we can start approaching our desires with more curiosity and have a deeper introspection into why we are the way we are. We can become open-minded and have a more playful, lighter approach to life. This soft, sweet, curious awareness is the golden key element to having true mastery over the mind. And with awareness, we can step back from the addiction to following desire, and a doorway magically opens to a very spiritual experience of life. You don't get hooked by another desire because you realize they are all going to manifest one day at the right time. You see the power inside each and every one of us. that whatever we want in this life wants us. And one day, it is going to manifest, whether it happens in this lifetime or the next one. Knowing this, we all start to relax, breathe deeper, and feel this infinite being that we truly, truly, truly are. And we begin seeing our desires as a fun and enlightening escapade that is meant to awaken our soul to the vastness of our being. We start to enjoy our journey through life so much because our happiness is not dependent on what does or doesn't manifest. Happiness is essentially a state of going somewhere, wholeheartedly, one-directionally, without regret or reservation. William H. Sheldon. Another secret to the mastery of desire comes from knowing how our level of suffering in life solely depends on how attached we are to a certain desire. If we have no attachment, there is no suffering. This wisdom is one of the greatest tools that we can use on the path towards enlightenment. And the next time any of you fuming over something or someone in your life just noticed how attached you are to the desire you have inside. And the more each and every one of us can become aware that our level of attachment is the one thing that's creating all of our suffering, the greater the chance we have for mastery over our life. When we realize the truth of who we are is an all-powerful infinite being who can manifest anything at pure will, and we won't be attached to anything anymore. And whatever desires arise in the mind will simply be fertilizer to grow deeper roots in, or perhaps superficial entertainment to laugh at and enjoy. Now, if you really think about it, nothing in this life is worth losing our cool over. What's the point of letting ourselves get overly entangled in anything? And if we do freak out over something, it's really the moment for us to celebrate. For we are getting a glimpse into the level of attachment we have around a specific pattern of desire, and can see into an old natal need that we never got met. And if we can move even deeper inside of ourselves, we can understand the karmic lesson our soul has been trying to learn for lifetimes. Life is an endless journey, and the main purpose of its freeing ourselves from our karma, our drama. The suffering we incur is a clue to understanding our patterns and what our next step is to truly in becoming free. It's good to know that there already is an inherent wise master inside each and every one of us that sees the pain caused by attachment to desire and responds accordingly with lessening the grip on life. It's only this divine witness inside who can liberate each and every one of us and keep a vigilant watch over the scavenging mind. Practice today noticing the very moment you suffer about what desire you are attached to. Choose consciously to either get lost in the drama or stay beyond it. Whatever you do, just remain conscious and you'll be able to free yourself from the pain. Explore this vigilant master inside of you. Notice this part that is at peace with everything, because it knows it is intimately connected to everyone and everything. It doesn't see your thoughts or feelings as separate forms which are cut off from the universe in any way. The master inside each and every one of us feels the oneness of creation. It is merged with life, and thus has no hidden personal motives to need, control, resist, or rid of desire. It simply honors whatever desire is showing up, consciously dives into the core of it, merging with it totally, exploring what it truly wants and needs. And the master in each and every one of us knows it's not necessary to act on every desire. And the master knows there is a magical manifesting power within each and every one of us, and it will easily bring any desire into manifestation effortlessly. The master is the magician in each and every one of us, which can simply imagine and feel that the desire is already manifested and that it is already happening or happened, and knows the universe also accepts that this is the truth and thus brings it into absolute reality. This level of surrendered confidence, total conscious conviction, woven inside the mind's imagination, is the secret element distinguishing the master from the servant. And when each of us can live our lives fully from this conscious place, we can make any wish we want manifest in our lives. Life hears our every desire as a command and simply manifests it for us at the perfect time and the perfect place. The mind craves for formulations and definitions, always eager to squeeze reality into a verbal shape. A quiet mind is all we need. All else will happen rightly. And once our minds are quiet, Nisargadatta Maharaj, to find the master in each and every one of us, we must first get very, very quiet. We must need the silence in order to hear its subtle voice, who is always in the background dancing yes to each experience of life. The master is always embracing the totality of our existence, loving the energy of desire, knowing it's the central fire that will eventually burn away all suffering. And the master does not fear any desire. It welcomes desire without getting lost in it. And the master knows all desires fade away when the divine truth is seen within. When the master in each and every one of us awakens, we will feel this connection with the God source, feel deeply at peace with life, and are intensely happy with ourselves, and love our lives just the way they are. And if we want to master desires in this lifetime, we must start with making the firm decision that this is the most important thing that we are doing with our time. Hold tight onto this decision and conviction that we are going to master desire. Breathe this intention into each and every one of us, into our spines, and let it sink deep into our bones. To truly master the energy of desire is absolutely radical and huge. It may perhaps be the greatest accomplishment one can ever make on their spiritual journey. So please be gentle with yourselves during this process. Nobody ever climbed Mount Everest without any training. Practice imagining what your life is to be like, to be free from attachment to all your desires. Explore that part of you who is already free and can feel more freedom than ever before. And as a true master of desire, how will our lives be different than what it was last week? Thoughts are very powerful things, and when we open ourselves continuously to any one thought, we start believing that it is true. And then this magical universe responds accordingly. The universe truly has no other choice than to follow our beliefs. And we act like commands to the creation. And the more we are convinced that this one thing is true, without a smidgen of doubt inside any of us, the more quick the universe supports us in making it manifest. The world loves showing up in the way that we deeply, deeply, deeply of our desires. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted, which I'm sure most of you are. And the first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to relax our bodies. This is so important while being in these physical bodies. We're like magnets to stress, fear, tension, anxiety, So we're aware of it. See? We're aware that our bodies do this. We're aware that the ego mind directs it, and we're aware that the subconscious mind plays a role as well. So we know that we pull in tension and stress in our shoulders. We hold it in our cervical spine, our necks. We hold it in our lower spine and all the way into the coccyx. And we hold it in our glutes, our chest, everywhere. Just about everybody's got a different place. So we just let it go. It does not serve us any good at all. We literally detach from it. Say, hey, guys, I love you all, but I don't need you. And it all falls away. And as it does this, you can feel your body kind of just drop and relax. And as we do this, we're going to want to move into the now. And the now, the past, the present, and the future all work in the now. It's always been that way. We do not go in the past to create our future. We stay in the now to create our future. Because what we do in the now creates our future. How we think, how we feel, what we are masters of, how we gain mastership. So in the now stills the mind, stills it, puts us in peace, tranquility, benevolence, gives us the opportunity to know about our desires, to know and let go of our desires, to intend and let go, to master our desires, just like we master the ego mind, subconscious, operating from the heart mind. This is a grand mastership. And we're going to want to breathe. We're relaxing the body. We're in the now, and we want to breathe. We want to breath in through the nose, breath out through the mouth. And as you breath in through the nose, you want to hold it 1001, 1002, 1003, and breath out through the mouth. This is very powerful. We want to do it at least 6 times while I'm talking. And the reason for those who are new to this meditation today, in this now, in this circle of light, we hold our breath to focus ourselves on the now. Because the only thing that really exists for any of us is the now. Not yesterday and not tomorrow, but the now. And we breath. And as we breath, it focuses on the now continuously. And we can kind of take a step back and review things to understand through our very deepest core within us how to master all of this rather than let it run amok. Understand we operate we are the masters and commanders of our light ships. So we operate through the heart mind. This is where we are the masters and commanders of all things, of our ego mind, of our subconscious mind, and of our heart mind. We're also merged with the kingdom of God. We all are the kingdom come from source creation. We are made of pure, deep, eternal love. So as we are one, we also have many parts of source creation, many parts of us, with us. The archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes. Higher vibrational frequency. Well, only those who are of the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love are with us now. They have been with us since the beginning. And they stay in the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. Same with the Ascended Masters. We're all Ascended Masters. Some further advanced than others. No one above any other. Kuan Yin Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Sananda, Jesus, El Morya, Hell, Abundantia, and many, many, many more. They too are of the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love. They too are in the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. And they too are with us now. And we begin to move up. We're at the equator of this planet Earth. We have formed our circle of light, arm in arm, hand in hand. And as we do that, we float out of the body above the head. We are the halo. Right where the crown chakra, right where source energy comes in. And we are immediately compelled, all of us, the archangels, the Ascended Masters, ourselves, all in the highest, the deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes, we are compelled to call upon all of the light energy beings and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever, beyond, and forever. And only those who are of the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love can join us in this meditation, in this now, in this circle of light. They are in full compassion, non-judgment, benevolence and tranquility, generosity and humbleness. And they come in the Gugaplexes. They fill, one Gugaplex fills a universe. One Gugaplex fills this universe. They come in many Gugaplexes. They come from many universes. And they join with us. And they're all in benevolence and kindness and peace and joy and bliss. And arm in arm, hand in hand, they join us in this now, in this circle of light, in this meditation. And their gods are with our gods are with theirs. We merge because we're already one. They are of the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. We are of the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. We are all one, and we are all love, and our God light energy is everywhere. We call upon all of the inhabitants of Agartha, Hollow Earth, Beneath Earth, Inner Earth. All of these civilizations, only those of the highest, deepest, eternal love, from the highest, deepest, eternal love, can join us in this meditation, in this now, in this circle of light. They are in full compassion, non-judgment, benevolent and tranquil. They are generous and humble, blissful and joyful. And they join us, arm in arm, hand in hand, in this meditation, in this now, in this circle of light. And their gods with our gods with theirs. They are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. We are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. We are all one. We are all love. and our God light energy is absolutely everywhere. And remember, this planet, us, everything, is completely encased in a perfect sphere of deep, eternal love. Golden white, pink light energy. Emerald green, flaming, healing light of Archangel Raphael. Violet, blue, purple light of Archangel Michael. The white fire, the purple transmuting flame, the violet ray. Of the highest frequency that we keep ourselves at, no matter what. We cannot be violated, we cannot be harmed. We call upon all of the off-worlders and galactics, all of these civilizations, there are many, and only those who are of the highest, deepest, eternal love, from the highest, deepest, eternal love, can join us in this meditation, in this now, in this circle of light. They are in full compassion, peace, joy, happiness, generous, humble, benevolent, tranquil. And they come in the billions. Their gods with our gods with theirs. And they join us in this meditation, in this now, in this circle of light, arm in arm, hand in hand. Their gods with our gods with theirs. They are of the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. We are of the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. We are all one. We are all love. And our God light energy is everywhere. We call upon all of our loved ones who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. Only those who are of the highest, deepest, eternal love, from the highest, deepest, eternal love, can join us in this meditation, in this now, in this circle of light. Full compassion, non-judgment, tranquil, benevolent, generous, humble, kind, stillness, peaceful. And they come in the billions, and they join us, arm in arm, hand in hand, in this meditation, in this now, in this circle of light. Their gods with our gods with theirs. They are of the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. We are of the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes, and we are all one. And we are all love, and our God light energy is absolutely everywhere. We call upon all of the light energy beings who've decided to be housed in the following forms, on, in, above, and below this planet, this now, and this meditation, and this circle of light. Only those who are of the highest, deepest, eternal love, from the highest, deepest, eternal love, can join us in this meditation, in this now, in this circle of light. Full compassion, non-judgment, peace, bliss, stillness, happiness, benevolence, tranquility, generous, humble. And they come in the trillions. The fairies, the sprites, the elves, the dwarves, the gnomes, the trees, the mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, the minotaur, and many, many, many more, in shapes, forms, colors, configurations, of which we have never, ever seen before. Arm in arm, hand in hand, they join us in this circle of light, in this meditation, in this now. Their gods with our gods with theirs. They are of the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. We are of the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. We are all one. We are all love. And our God light energy is in all that there is, all that there ever has been, and all that there ever will be, forever, beyond and forever, saturating all of Source as the deepest eternal love, spreading throughout this galaxy, this universe, all and everywhere and everything. We look up and we see our meditative sphere setting center circle. We created this sphere, all of us, the archangels, the ascended masters, all of us here assembled together as one in this meditation, and this now, in this circle of light. The true God light, Source creation. It's that center circle. It can be seen, heard, and felt in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever, beyond, and forever. It holds all of our meditations, hundreds of them, in perpetual motion. It is the purest, highest, deepest, eternal love. You can feel it as it floods you. Your physical, your spiritual, your kingdom of God. And as you release and let go of all desires, you master those desires. If you do not let go, you will stay the slave. If you let go, you will become the master. You feel the love through your heart center, waving over you, inside and out, top to bottom. We look down upon the planet, all of our loved ones, all of our brothers and sisters, all life. We love all things, everything. And we literally flood them all with the understanding that we are the God. And that we let go of all our desires. In order to master those desires, we must let go of them. And then they become effortlessly flow to us. Breathe in, breath in, the sweetest of all sweets. The God that you are, and the master of all things, all desires, all wants, all needs. Let them go. This is when you truly begin to master all of them. I'll join you in the meditation. I'll return to close us out. This is all about us mastering what we are. It's, our desires, our wants. Instead of being the slave of them, we are the master of them. And that's been one of the difficulties for the civilization, to be able to understand that. So the natural flow of source is uninterrupted. So all of our desires are automatic. We don't need to chase them. We intend, we just let go. And we are grateful, and in the deepest of deepest gratitudes for every second that we inhabit these bodies, in every step that we take, in everything that we do, we stay always in the highest of deepest gratitudes. We will be back here tomorrow, Saturday, November 9th, 2019, 3 p.m. Eastern.